Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Beal. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. He'll try the left side. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it also
hits the afterburners. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He got a step and just dusted the field. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. Deep in the end zone, it's Stewart. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Hits inside. It's Marshall. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup with the defense. Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Underwood. Rush right in his face. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He is in. Touchdown, Michigan.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. He saw it on that play.
looking for the tie with the extra point. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morris. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Rashad Downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Straight ahead, it's Marshall. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll... down.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. To the air, it's Underwood. Escapes the pressure going right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
The Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's Marshall. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
From deep, it's Beal. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
To the air, it's Hoover. Right side, it's Becker. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first. Left side, it's Richard. What a cut, now he's loose. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Hoosiers take their first time out. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with second and short. Finds a crease, it's Richard. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Got the first down. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Hoosiers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Back to throw, it's Hoover. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now on second down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead as we get a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Hoosiers will punt it away on fourth down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50, the 40, and he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. In the backfield, it's Marsh. He's inside the 15. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal coming up. Quarterback keeps it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown Wolverines! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 3. And down he goes back at the 3.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
The give to the left. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too, because of the field position with the offense backed up. They know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Moving to his left. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Didn't exactly flip the field, but they'll down it just outside the 40. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for room. It's Marshall. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
Now on 1st down from the 30. Motion from the wideout. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. from the 30-yard line on first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Throwing, Underwood. Shoots it to the left. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And man, this is not the plan that they drew up defensively. Like trying to get stops, trying to get them off the field. They finally get them to a 3rd down situation, and they still can't execute. So slow start for this defense. They better find some answers because they've already done.
Caught! And he will score! Touchdown, Michigan! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. This offense has it with really good field position. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Throws to the tight end. Out wide left, it's Marshall. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down.
This is kind of like Vegas in gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
Not a chance. Missed it. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you've got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the 2nd quarter. The fake that wants to throw. Buys time to his left. He's going to fire to the left. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got room at the 35. Takes it the other way. Inside the 40. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Here's Underwood to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. left side. He's at the touchdown, Hoosiers! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We begin with Minnesota taking on the Arkansas State Red Wolves.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Speeding down the left side. Past the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. On to attempt the try. How in the world did he miss that? They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down.
Makes a deep grab. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Throws for the tight end. Left side is Barker. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Hoosiers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Underwood, under pressure, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Third and 6 yards to go. To the air, it's Underwood. Moves to his right. He's going to take off. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
They'll try the counter. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. Secures it at the 30. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Going to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Indiana. Into the end zone with the breakaway score.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Throws it back. Oh, and he wants to throw it. Snags it inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football. But here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Caught in the backfield, it's Marsh. Nice move to keep running.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Rush is on, and he never had a chance.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that sack.
He'll try to do it himself. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Trying to get started. And there he goes. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Back to pass on second down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And that's frustrating for an offense, man, because you got great field position set up. You want to be aggressive. You want to take advantage of it. But in order to do that, the offensive line has to do their job. You've got to give your QB time. They don't do it. And back-to-back plays, they're going the completely wrong direction.
Looking to throw on third and long. He lobs one high down the left side. And here's the fifth interception by this quarterback. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Michigan! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll bring it out. It's Beal. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They must get something here. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Uh-oh, look out. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to him again. Breaks into the open. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Hoosiers are marching down the field. He's changing the play. They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up, and this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Firing deep. And he's thrown another interception. Trying to take it back. And what a big play here in the return. Takes it back inside the 25.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. They give it back to it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Caught. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And that holding penalty has really increased the degree of difficulty here on 3rd and long. Throwing, Underwood sends it downfield. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Looking to pass, it's Hoover. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Got room on the return. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.